1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says he and his team presented Pakistan as a credible partner of international community in recent interactions with the world leaders. Funeral prayer of Pak Army personnel martyred in helicopter crash has been offered in Quetta. Indonesia dispatched 2 special aircraft loaded with relief goods and materials for flood victims in Pakistan and also announced $1 million assistance today. Minister for Planning says women can play a pivotal role in fight against terrorism as nation and armed forces have rendered sacrifices to curb the menace in the country. All India Congress Party, Communist Party of India and Aam Aadmi Party say Modi government is deliberately destroying fruit industry in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir as fruit growers close markets in protest against economic blockade. The International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons is being observed today to enhance public awareness about the threat posed by nukes to humanity. At least 13 people were killed in school shooting incident in Russia today. And now the news in details. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says he and his team, during meetings with the wide array of global leaders during Shanghai Cooperation Organization and the UN General Assembly sessions, made an effort to present Pakistan as a credible partner of the international community. In a tweet, he said presenting Pakistan's case at both the international fora was the result of excellent teamwork. The Prime Minister said the damage inflicted on our foreign policy needed a healing touch. He particularly appreciated Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, Information Minister Maryam Aurangzeb, and Minister for Climate Change Sherry Rahman for their hard work and assistance. Namaz-e-Janaza of Shuhada of helicopter crash was offered today in Quetta. According to ISPR, Corps Commander Balochistan, senior military and civil officials attended the funeral. Jaste-Khaki of Shuhada being dispatched to their native town where they will be laid to rest with full military honour. 6 personnel on board, including 2 pilots, had embraced martyrdom when a helicopter of Pakistan Army crashed during flying mission in Harnai, Balochistan late last night. President Dr. Arif Alvi and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif have expressed deep grief and sorrow over the martyrdom of 6 personnel of Pakistan Army in a helicopter crash in Harnai. In their separate statements, they commiserated with the bereaved families, saying the entire Pakistani nation share their grief. Both lauded the unparalleled and unforgettable sacrifices rendered by the armed forces for the security and defense of the country. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Maryam Aurangzeb, Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah Khan and Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari also expressed grief and sorrow over the incident. President of Indonesia Joko Widodo today dispatched humanitarian aid assistance for the flood victims in Pakistan. A press release issued here by the Embassy of Indonesia in Islamabad said the government of Indonesia has joined the international community in providing humanitarian assistance for the flood victims in Pakistan. Indonesia has sent humanitarian assistance by 2 special aircrafts in the form of packages of medicines, tents, clothes, blankets, sleeping bags, mosquito nets and generators. President Joko Widodo also pledged to provide humanitarian grant of $1 million and to send a medical team to Pakistan. Pakistan Air Force is vigorously undertaking a rehabilitation operation for flood victims of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Sindh, Balochistan and South Punjab. According to the PAF spokesperson, PAF has come to the succor of the flood affectees and has distributed 2 months' ration, enabling them to be self-sufficient until the rehabilitation work is completed in the flood-affected zones. Flood affectees are also being provided free-of-cost medicines and medical care at field medical camps of PAF. 7-day anti-polio drive has begun in 141 union councils of 5 districts of Balochistan from today. Coordinator Emergency Operations Center Balochistan Hamidullah Nasr told Radio Pakistan Quetta that during the drive, more than 8 lakh children up to 5 years of age would be administered anti-polio drops. He further said for this purpose, more than 3,000 teams have been constituted which would administer drops to the children during door-to-door drive. Hamidullah Nasser requested parents, media, and every citizen to play their role in making the anti-polio campaign successful. This is Radio Pakistan. Minister for Planning, Development and Special Initiatives Ahsan Iqbal says women have a pivotal role in the fight against extremism. Addressing the launching ceremony of Dukhtarane Pakistan training manual at International Islamic University in Islamabad today, he said today world is acknowledging the role of women in peace building in our society. The minister said Pakistan has paid a huge cost of terrorism. He further said our nation, armed forces, police and other law enforcement agencies rendered numerous sacrifices to curb the menace of terrorism. Ahsan Iqbal called for accepting pluralism in the society to promote coexistence. He further stressed on inculcating the spirit of tolerance. Earlier, speaking on the occasion, Chairperson, National Commission on the Status of Women, Niloufar Bakhtiar, said women are half of the country's population and can play an important role in development and progress. She further urged the participants to play their part in curbing the violence from society. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari and U.S. Special Representative for Commercial and Business Affairs Dilawar Saeed at a meeting discussed flood situation in Pakistan and bilateral trade cooperation. The Foreign Minister appreciated assistance extended by the U.S. for flood victims. The Foreign Minister also met with the corporate leaders, prominent business personalities and other segments of the society at Pakistan House in Washington. Fruit growers in occupied Jammu and Kashmir have called for opening of trade routes via Azad Kashmir for the apple and other businesses with the outside world. According to Kashmir Media Service, the fruit growers today closed the food market in protest against the Modi government's unannounced economic blockade by the halting thousands of trucks laden with apple on Srinagar-Jammu highway for the last 20 days. The Kashmiri traders said India is using the closure of the highway as a tactic to let their fruit worth millions of rupees rot. Chairman Sopor Fruit Mandi Zahoor Ahmed Butt have advised all the fruit growers of the Kashmir Valley to slow down the process of apple harvesting to avoid more losses. It is worth mentioning here that the apple industry worth 8,000 crore rupees is the backbone of Jammu and Kashmir's economy. As many as 3.5 million people are directly or indirectly associated with the fruit business. Meanwhile, All India Congress Party, Communist Party of India and Aam Aadmi Party in their statements said that a deliberate attempt was being made on part of the Modi government to destroy the food industry in Kashmir. They further said the plight of the apple growers is becoming pathetic as the Kashmiri farmers go unheard while foreign fruit has been given access to the market without any taxes. The International Day for the Total Elimination of Nuclear Weapons is being observed today. The aim of the day is to enhance public awareness about the threat posed to humanity by nuclear weapons and the necessity for their total elimination. It provides an opportunity to educate the public and their leaders about the real benefits of eliminating such weapons and the social and economic costs of perpetuating them. At least 13 people were killed and 21 wounded in school shooting incident in central Russia today. According to local police and government officials, 13 killed, including 6 adults and 7 minors. The attacker turned the gun on himself after killing several people in the region. The fifth of T20 match between Pakistan and England will be played on Wednesday at Qaddafi Stadium in Lahore. The series is levelled as each team have won 2 matches. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is likely to prevail over most parts of the country, while hot in central and southern parts during the next 12 hours. However, isolated rain thunderstorm is expected in Kashmir and adjoining hilly areas. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. Prime Minister says he and his team presented Pakistan as a credible partner of international community in recent interactions with the world leaders. Funeral prayer of Pak Army personnel martyred in helicopter crash has been offered in Quetta. Indonesia dispatched 2 special aircraft loaded with relief goods and materials for flood victims in Pakistan and also announced $1 million assistance today. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.vk and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio.